Hi Capricorn, welcome to my channel. This is going to be your you and the other reading for the week of July 22nd through the 29th. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. I really love the comments. I love to be able to hear feedback about what's going on in y'all's lives, so thank you very much. And if you would like a personal reading from me, you're welcome to, under the description, there should be, my email is listed there. So you can just go ahead and shoot me an email, and then I'd be able to get back to you with, the payment options and how to do the personal reading. Right now, it's 20 minutes for $20, 30 minutes for $30, but my 30-minute readings, they just kind of go till the messages are done anyway. So if you have any questions too, you're welcome to shoot me an email. I try to get back to them as quickly as I can. And then if this doesn't resonate with you, and please keep in mind that these are general readings, there's just no way that I can resonate with every single person's, situation right now. But if this doesn't resonate with you, please check your moon and your rising sign, and then check the other person's Mars sign and your Venus sign. And that'll give you kind of more of a rounded picture of what's going on. So I've already shuffled and have the spread out for you, and the first card that I got for Capricorn is you. I've got the King of Pentacles here. And so I definitely feel like this is you right now. I feel like you're sitting kind of in your element right now, or that you will be, within this week. I feel like you're feeling pretty solid. The next card, though, that I got for you is the Moon card. And for me, when I look at the Moon card in this particular spread here, I kind of get the feeling that it's a warning to tread carefully. I feel like it's telling you to don't let your emotions overrule everything. Don't, sometimes I know as earth signs too, when I'm in my earth element, I'm very practical, but I can still be super emotional about things. And sometimes that it's kind of like you're at war with yourself about knowing logically that I shouldn't care so much about this. I shouldn't be thinking about this 24/7, but I am anyways. And so I feel like this is telling you to kind of tread carefully, because you might be getting carried away with some emotions that aren't necessarily productive. Or because underneath the Moon card, we have the Queen of Cups. I feel like this could also be you pretending to be more emotional or sensitive than you are. I feel like this is, because the Moon card is definitely a false mask. It's definitely somebody who is wearing a false mask. So this could be, it's not that you maybe are intending to do so, but it could be that you're just, you're not being yourself necessarily for the sake of somebody else. It might be that you're kind of taking a different approach to somebody than you normally would. Like, it's just not how you operate, but it's something that you feel like maybe they respond better if you act a little bit more emotional. Or it could be that they respond better if you act more like the King of Pentacles and are very, very practical. But with this Queen of Cups after the Moon card, I really do feel like it's kind of like either you're wearing kind of a false mask and pretending that you care more than you do, or pretending that you're more emotional about things than you do. There's more love professions than are normal. There's more kind of that softer side than normal. Or it's telling you, that at night, like I love the Moon card because it really does give a lot of options. And I feel like this is either you kind of wearing a mask, or you're kind of freaking out a little. And the reason I say that is because when the moon is out at night, if you've ever been walking out at night or whatever, you notice your shadow is so much bigger than it is when the sun is out. Like, it's just really long, and all the shadows, it's kind of hard to see, and you can't see very far into the distance or whatever. And I feel like that could be that some of you are freaking out a little bit about the idea that you will sacrifice your security or stability maybe a little bit for the idea of this Queen of Cups. So it could be that there is either somebody who you do have feelings for, and you're afraid of that a little bit because you don't want them to know how much impact they can have on you. Or it's a situation where you're kind of afraid that maybe if they knew how you really were, they might not accept you, or something along those lines. I feel like it's kind of a self-deception, or it's a self-mask that you have going on right now. It's something where you're fooling somebody, but you're really just fooling yourself, because really it's you need to be authentic in order to get the kind of connection that you're looking for anyways. So, but with starting out with this King of Pentacles, I do feel like you'll maintain yourself throughout it. I just feel like it's kind of like a little bit of a conflict or a grappling that you're having between, okay, do I move forward with this? Do I allow them to have more of a hold on me, or do I not? Excuse me. So for the other person, the first card that I pulled is the Knight of Swords. So it could represent an air sign, a younger air sign, maybe like, excuse me, maybe like, I don't know, I kind of get like 20 to 30 years old or something in there. And this is somebody who they're very logical. They look at the world pretty logically, but they are a hero. They're out to accomplish something. Sorry, I keep coughing because of this cold, but hopefully I can make it through the rest of this. I feel like the Knight of Swords here in this particular instance is representing a person. So it very well could be that you're dealing with an air sign, or they have air in their chart. And please keep in mind, it can be any sign, but they may have some air in their chart, or they're embodying this type of energy right now where they're getting out, they're wanting to accomplish a lot. They're wanting to be the hero of a situation, or they're maybe involved in a situation where they feel like they have to stand up for what's right. Or it could be that it could be also, on the flip side of that, on the less noble side of that, you could be dealing with somebody who's talking a lot of crap. They might be talking a lot of shit about something. They could be and it's not necessarily that they're wrong, but they could be running their mouth about some stuff, or gossiping a little bit. Or maybe they don't feel like it's gossiping. Maybe they feel like they're helping. But it could be somebody who's kind of wrapped up in some kind of logical situation. Like they're either talking about somebody saying, well, that they're just not thinking. That person's just not thinking, and this is what they need to do. Or they're out there trying to actually change a situation by taking a logical approach. And it could just be that it's somebody who's trying to maintain their, maybe they're trying to just use their head rather than their heart. I feel like with this Queen of Cups down here, it could be somebody who's looking at this situation and going, okay, I need to keep my head on straight. I need to keep my head on straight. I need to keep my head on straight. I don't want to get carried away by this. I don't want to get carried away. So they could be, it could even be that they are putting on a mask a little bit of being super logical rather than any emotion. You might not be seeing any emotion coming from this person, or might not be feeling any of the emotion coming from this person because of this energy that they're embodying right now. And right under the Knight of Swords, I have the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles, this is a cool card, to be real. When it comes underneath this Knight of Swords, it's kind of like, I mean, yes, it is a page under the Knight, so it could be that they are acting a little bit immature, or a lot immature, but the fact that it's a pentacle, it's rooted in security. So this is somebody who is, I mean, especially with this King of Pentacles up here for you, and you could be dealing with an earth sign too, but this is somebody who is aware of the strong foundation that exists between the two of you. This person knows that this connection has a strong foundation. This person is, and they might be super immature about it right now. It could be like they want to, act like they don't really know, or maybe they're not too sure about you right now, but they do know. They know that this could be real. And And so I feel like they are kind of in this position of with this Knight of Swords up here, I feel like this person is kind of in this position of almost trying to overrule what they feel. They're overruling this feeling that they have of knowing that this foundation is legit. I feel like they are almost kind of talking themselves out of it right now. Or that they are taking a step back because they're a little bit unsure of what they bring to the table. This could be that they don't know that they are secure enough or financially in a place where they can be what they feel that they need to be in order for you to take them seriously, or in order for this to seriously work out. The next card that I have for you, though, is the Wheel of Fortune. So with this Wheel of Fortune here, I definitely feel like this is a karmic situation. Either a past life or a former... And when I say past life, I don't necessarily mean an actual past life. But I mean this energy has... You have danced with this energy before from this person. Or your energy and this person's energy have done this dance before. So this is a familiar... I mean, there's a karmic connection here. This is definitely something where you have either been in this position with this person before, or been in a relationship with this person before, or you have been in this situation before, and this person has too. This is on both sides, that they're recognizing that there is a lesson here karmically that you are supposed to learn, and that they are supposed to learn, and if you can overcome that, good things will happen. If you can't, though, I feel like this wheel is just going to keep spinning and spinning and spinning. You're going to keep going through the same thing until this karmic situation is resolved. And the reason I say that is with the Justice here in the middle, this is definitely it's definitely a karmic connection. This is definitely somebody in your life for a purpose. And that purpose could lead to, happy forever. It could lead to your happily ever after, but you have to learn these karmic lessons first. Excuse me. So I feel like this is going to be this situation with this person is going to be something that is going to either continue over and over again, especially with the Moon card here. Okay, now it's making a little bit more sense. We've got the Moon here right next to the Justice, and then with this Wheel of Fortune here, these three major arcana cards right here are all karmic in nature. So this is saying to tread carefully, because you're ending up, this is a lesson that you are supposed to learn. And we always tread carefully when we're coming up against something that is real, this is something that I have to take seriously. So treading carefully is important in this case. Excuse me. With this Wheel of Fortune here, and I feel like this is saying that it is both parties. It's both you and this other person. So there's no denying that there's a connection here. There's no denying there's a strong connection. They know it, you know it. But the situations that keep arising between the two of you, there's a karmic lesson here. There's something that you're supposed to learn. And maybe it is, excuse me, maybe it is a matter of you being able to maintain your stance as yourself throughout this, dynamic between the two of you, rather than falling into too much emotion. The emotion and the professions of love are good and they're great, but with this Moon card, it's kind of like, it's almost like you're afraid of that, or you are not being completely honest about that, or you're not being honest with yourself about it. So I feel like if you can maintain your stance here as yourself, whether they accept that or not, whether they accept you for who you are or not, I feel like they will accept you for who you are, because this Justice is here. So there's a karmic lesson that's basically saying, I feel like it's telling you to put yourself before this person. I feel like sometimes, especially with earth signs, I feel like sometimes they can choose the greater good over their own personal good. Capricorn's not so much that way, so I have confidence that you'll be able to overrule it a little bit and recognize that you have to pick you first, and then you will be able to give to this other person. But I feel like that is kind of what this lesson is saying here. But I definitely feel like this is a karmic connection where this could come out positively if you can both learn this lesson. Like, if you can both learn the lesson for whatever situation that it is that keeps coming up for you in relationships, I feel like for some of you, it's kind of this matter of, oh my gosh, this keeps happening, or how is this happening again, or how do I always get involved with the same type of person, or here we go again with this person from the past. I feel like it can come out positively for you if you're able to grasp whatever the lesson is that you need to learn. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay, so I just want to clarify this justice real quickly. Please clarify. Oh, well, that wanted to pop right out, so we'll look at it. Okay, so the justice card is clarified by the Two of Pentacles. So, yeah, for sure. There is definitely, with this Two of Pentacles here, it's definitely a matter of Capricorn figuring out how to balance this out so that there's not an imbalance between the two of you. I feel like this karmic lesson has to do with, I don't feel like in this situation it's necessarily juggling people, although you may be. Some of you may be juggling people, or some of you may feel like the other party is juggling people. But really what I feel like it is finding this balance. Excuse me. I feel like it really is finding this balance in this particular situation, balance between your head and your heart, balance between not choosing to always put this person ahead of yourself, or their feelings or their needs ahead of yourself. I feel like it's telling you to find balance between the two of you. And again, not to always put yourself necessarily first, but to find the balance between the two of you in a way that is beneficial to both parties. So that's been your reading for this week. I hope it resonates with some of you, and I'll see you again next week.